Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Duneske, and, well, better late than never. I apologize for starting the stream so late today. I didn't get up in time to start at normal time. I forgot to get a bottle of water as well. And I forgot to put on my hat. Good lord. Oh. I'm having one of those days. Hello, Welsh. I'm assuming you're still there. You know those days when you just completely forget to do everything? That's one of those days for me. Hopefully this will improve as the stream goes on, but I'm only going to go until 7. 7 GMT, not like in any other time zone. Oh, I guess it's PST. No, that's that. No, I need the hat. It keeps me head warm. Right. What on earth am I doing here? Am I just like taking this entire ground area and okay, so I'm still kind of tired. I haven't slept well the last couple of nights because of, well, WrestleMania related stuff. I think my body's starting to hate me for it, so things aren't going particularly well. Okay, that's kind of the gist of it. Oh, yes, announcement that I'll be making in the video that I'll be recording later on tonight, because yes, things are going back to normal today. This is the regularly scheduled Duneske stream. Good lord. It's a minor miracle. I will not be streaming on the 15th of April. And this is a force majeure thing. There is absolutely no way that I can get around this. And the reason that I'm not going to be streaming on the 15th is nothing to do with the jury duty that's on the 18th. The reason I won't be streaming on the 15th of April is because the electricity company is apparently upgrading the lines, and I won't have any electricity for that day until like 5 o'clock. So, despite the fact that I'm starting at 5 o'clock today, the 15th is a Friday, and I'm not having a 2-hour Project Hell stream because that'll be like one car at most of the pace that I've been doing it. So, no stream on the 15th, no stream most likely on the 18th either, and depending on how things go on the 18th, there may be a short break that's been enforced by me having to do actual real-life things. Hey, Dark Phantom. Things have been going a bit crazy of late, if you haven't noticed. Hopefully that's the end of all the madness. I doubt it, but you know, I can hope, right? Hopefully, I do remember you, Dark Phantom. Hopefully come like May, everything will be relatively normal. I say that now, it's probably not, but I mean, I didn't expect to have everything happening all at once. Like has been happening in the last 12 months essentially. Last like 6 months even. Things have just been absolutely crazy since, well, the start of December. And as far as I'm aware, no family members are dying at the moment, which is first time in... Don't even want to think about how many years that's been the case. But yeah, things are starting to resemble a normal life again, which is really, really odd for me. I mean, there's no days where I can say, oh, there's going to be nobody here, I'm going to be the only one in the house. There's no guaranteed days like that anymore. And that's kind of weird. That's actually very weird, I'll admit. Oh yeah, I've got the wrong foliage layer set. I think a lot of map makers who are beginning work on maps now, or working on maps at the moment, are starting to just kind of say, yeah, this is probably... You saw me in a Leaving Cert picture. Ooh. I haven't changed. Well, that's good, I guess. I mean, I've grown a beard. It's a pretty big change. Grown my hair out quite a lot as well. So yeah, Dark Phantom knows my name. Dark Phantom knows my real name. I think Welsh does as well, come to think of it. So it's kind of an open secret, in a way. I don't mind people knowing it. I just prefer to have me, have people refer to me as Dave on the channel. It's like Total Biscuit. He prefers being called Total Biscuit on the internet, even though his real name is a very open secret. Won't be any slots anytime soon. I hope not. But hey, at least you know I'm a real boy. I'm not just some robot that appeared 6 months ago. Maybe I am though, and I had all of those photos tailored. Oh, maybe I had all those photos tinkered with. Maybe I'm secretly a cyborg sent back in time, and I had reality distorted to make it look like I was always here. So I come up with weird situations occasionally, and I think that's one of the weirder ones, but that would be awesome if it was true. As far as I'm aware, it's not, though. But for all I know, my memory might have been invented yesterday or last Thursday. I started YouTube 6 months ago. I started YouTube like almost 18 months. I think actually 18 months ago soon. Jim. Dude. I haven't seen you in quite a while actually. I don't mind people asking it as banter. That's actually fine. It's when people are like demanding a date for like, oh, when are you expecting this to be done? What's your plans for the map? And what's your plans for finishing the map? Just like, I don't know. You're seeing the absolute latest thoughts I have. It's like, well, this will be done soonish. Actually, this loop of road is almost done, and once this is done, I'll be able to start on the railway lines. So, bizarrely, you're working on a stream. That's fine, dude. I'm not complaining. It would help if I put the streams live a bit more often, or the VODs, because the other day I literally put a week's worth of VODs live in 10 minutes, and I was just like, this is going to be this is not going to help views. Viewership is going to be hella down because I've just done this, but hey, it's better than not having them up at all. You can watch through the playlist or something, I don't know. If you're somebody who watches the VODs through a playlist, please do comment on one of the VODs. Archives? I don't know what to describe them as. I call them VODs, videos on demand, because like you can watch this live or on demand using kind of television words. It's an odd one. So the good news is that I'm returning to normal scheduled programming for like a week. Well, just over a week, actually, come to think of it. Everything's going to be as normal until the 15th, and then everything's going to go mental again because I'll have no electricity on the 15th, and the 18th is going to be jury duty beginning day thing. Actually, the 16th is my sister's birthday, so I might have to be offline that day as well. I just kind of remember that I may need to be offline the 16th because it's my sister's birthday and she might want to do my parents might want to do something, so I'm calling that as a, if I'm online, it's a minor miracle day. May have to call an audible on that one. Well, we'll have to call an audible one way or the other. The 18th of April again is going to be up in the air. Actually, that entire week from the 18th onwards is up in the air because I've been summoned for jury duty, and I honestly have no idea how long I'm going to be required. So from the 18th onwards is going to be like, if I'm streaming, be happy. If I'm not, I'm probably bored as hell in a room somewhere. Upside to jury duty is free lunch, but I mean, it's not going to be something exciting. It's not going to be a mafia mob trial or something like that. Such is my life that I like can't even get out of jury duty. Actually, I got out of it before. So this isn't the first time I've been summoned. I think the correct word is summoned, because if you receive a court summons, you've been summoned. Or is it just plain summoned? Either way, it's not the first time I've been called up for jury duty. It will be the first time I'll actually have to present myself, though, because I got out of it last time. Managed to worm my way out of it last time. This time, not so lucky. Don't have the same situation going on, so you've never been summoned. My parents have never been summoned. I've been summoned twice. That just kind of shows how unlucky I am. By the way, people in the UK, when the hell is your next census? Because I'm technically 2 people at the moment. Well, statistically I'm 2 people. I think I've got my hat on backwards. No, I'm sure I had my hat on backwards. Yeah, I'm statistically 2 people. Because I exist in the UK and Ireland, according to the censuses. So, much in the same way as, I think it was Forrest Gump was his own grandpa, based on that really long story or whatever. I am 2 people. I'm fat enough to be 2 people, but statistically speaking, I am also 2 people. So I've broken statistics in 2 countries. The next UK is... Good! Good, I'll statistically be 2 people until 2021. That's amazing. Thank you, Stu. Because the next Irish census is, I think, next week. For some reason Ireland does it every 5 years because, hey, screw the taxpayers. But yeah, I was in the UK in 2011 during the last census. Oh, you're off, Jim. Enjoy whatever it is you're going to do. Stu, you'll be glad to hear. You'll be glad to hear, Stu, things are returning to normal, so you will get project cars this week. Next week you won't, though, because I won't have any power next Friday. So I'm cancelling next Friday's stream for reasons of electricity. And the fact that there won't be any here. You've been lurking, okay. I'm just making sure you know. Hey Blaze, how you doing? I'm doing okay-ish. I haven't been sleeping well recently, so it's kind of... I haven't been sleeping well, I just haven't been feeling well rested. Should really pay the electricity bill. We do, the issue is they're upgrading the network. So they're cutting off power for the day. Which is fun, I mean... It actually gives me an excuse to lie in bed all day, so... I'm not gonna complain too much. Downside is I can't make my coffee when I wake up. It's like I can wake up and then I'll have no coffee because coffee requires electricity and electricity requires the grid to be turned on. And unless we pull out the gas burner, I guess, because we do have a gas burner for situations where the electricity is gone. But I don't know exactly how happy people would be if I turn on the gas burner just to make myself a cup of coffee. Don't you just love it when reality kind of catches up to me? It's like, no, you gotta do all these things now. I am half planning on making some changes to the stream over the summer as well. And not in a negative way, actual positive changes. I'm not going to go too much into it right now, but there are some things that I will... Well, there's one thing in particular I'll be getting my hands on soon-ish that I won't be able to get up and going until probably summerish. It's going to require me to do some DIY work and fabricating of something specific for it. And also figuring out a couple of solutions as well. So I might take a couple of days off stream over the summer. Well, I'm actually supposed to be going away to the UK over the summer for like a week or two, because my parents are gonna have been strong-arming me into taking a holiday this year. So I might have like 2 weeks away from streaming. I'll be hanging out with friends in the UK. Don't even know where in the UK yet, because it's that organised. It's how organised my life actually is, though. She's like, oh yeah, I'll be doing a thing. When? I don't know. Where? I don't know. How? I don't know. Ooh. Let's go with 45 turns here. So go 45 right. And copy that. Bring it up and paste it in there. Control Shift copy. Control Shift paste. Control Shift copy. Control Shift paste. Just scoot this up here. You have to knack up this terrain a bit. There we go. I also want to get rid of this asphalt. And apparently the gravel beside it is okay. There we go. We'll just uncover the 45-degree turn here. This quasi-smooth jazz is really relaxing. I know I say that almost every time I'm listening to it, but it really is. So things returning tomorrow to normal. English, please. It means tomorrow is going to be the grand return of ATS. And the trucking hat, which has been sat beside my desk for the last couple of weeks, unused and lonely. Thursday is going to be Culver Park Farm. The off-camera rock. We'll probably be mowing again, doing a bit of tedding and windrowing. That's kind of the plan right now. It depends on what I decide in the video tonight. It's how rigid my plans are. Is like I'll make the decisions tonight in the video. I am actually planning on recording 2 videos tonight though, because I want to instead of just forcing you guys to listen to my wrestling thoughts during the stream, I'm gonna put up a video about them instead. Because that way I can edit and make visual jokes. There are a couple of visual jokes that I want to make. Dude, after 2.5 weeks your cows are dead. I'm sorry. You've killed all of your cows, Stu. Mind you, the sheep on Nuston wouldn't be much of a better state. It's been like 4 weeks since I've touched them. But Nuston's gonna stay on. I don't know if it's on hiatus or dead. I honestly don't. I enjoy the map. It's just that I've been on it so long and my own edits got annoying. I'll have to be honest. The edits I did in the round bale situation, it all got a bit much, and I kind of fallen out of love with Nuston as a map. Culver Park Farm, however, is just a different beast altogether. Especially because Cobra has the story. That's kind of the hook for me with a lot of maps now. It seems as I actually need to build a story on them. So if I do play FS17, I actually expect something similar to Cobra, where I, not at the start, but once I start getting into modded maps, expect to see story-based maps. That piece of music was getting irritating. What do I need to do here? Is it... Let's just get this up like this. So what I'm doing now, is I'm kind of building this towards FS17 standards. Yeah. Obviously, I don't know what standards FS17 is going to have. So here's the thing. I'm building this towards FS17 now, as kind of a base for the map. If I can get it done by FS15 or before FS17 comes out, that's good. I can essentially just edit the map to get it to FS15, the original standards that I was going for. But if I build towards FS17, it means I'll need to do less work when FS17 comes out to get it running properly. Building towards FS17 basically just means that I use the default stuff. Which I know the roads aren't FS15 default. I'm hoping that the FS17 map standards will not change too much from FS15. I may have to convert the road models, which in theory shouldn't be an issue. In theory, all I'll need to do is export the roads as .obj, pop them into Blender, re-export them as i3D, and then open them in Giant Setter for FS17. That's how it's gonna... That's my theory on how it's gonna work. It's also why I was learning Blender, is so that if I need to do conversions of various items, I can. Farm at 1300-ish. There's a farm in... I think it's Dubai or something like that, that has 13,000 cows. I know it's in the Middle East. At least I think it's in the Middle East somewhere. That's got 13,000. It's just like, why do you have this many cows? What possible need do you have for this much cows? And it's just a big dairy operation. But it's amazing to see the size of the machinery they actually need. Now you know how to work stuff. Yeah, don't go soil mod just yet, those two. Soil mod is an advanced mod, I will admit. It's for people who know the game inside out, essentially, and just want to get a new start with something they don't know too well. Farmers Weekly looks interesting. Yeah, a lot of those kind of channels do look interesting. I just don't have much interest in them. Oh god, the finance office mod is just ridiculous. It's balanced around the main game, so throwing soil mod into the mix with that thing is a really bad idea. It was like using more realistic in soil mod back in 2013. You would never ever make a penny. Yeah, the finance office one is a bit... But the intention is to get your income not to be silly. Is to have a more realistic income rate. You were warned on here about the finance office mod? Yeah. I use it just because I don't want to be getting millions immediately. I want to try and keep the money in my save games down. That's literally the only reason I use it. I'm going to play an ad. And it sounds really silly, you know, oh, I want to progress, but I don't want too much money. And the reason I don't want too much money is that I don't want to progress too quickly. I know the whole YouTube thing is, oh, progress as quickly as you can because videos. And it's like, no, I want to have an at least somewhat realistic pace about it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to intentionally cripple the income and deal with it that way. I need a 45 left. You won't use Courseplay either. Courseplay is not... I don't count Courseplay as cheating. If you turn on... because you get options when you load it in. You can turn it on so you have to pay the drivers. Back in 2013, it was a case of... Did I actually get this right immediately? I did, you know. Almost. In 2013, you never had to pay for the drivers in Courseplay. But in 2015, you can have the option to pay the drivers per hour, which makes Courseplay a bit less cheating than it was. Actually makes Courseplay a lot less cheating than it was. Because before it was essentially, well, you can do everything for free. The cow farm used to work at is now a sheep farm, and it looks a lot smaller. Everything looks smaller on Google Maps, though, is the thing. It's 800 per hour still on normal difficulty, or is it easy? One of the two. It's either easy or normal. It's like 800 per hour, but because I play on hard, it's usually like 1200. And by the way, that's how my money is always so low, as I play on hard. So Ian Robson used to play on hard and nothing but hard in 2013. People were saying, "Oh, you're progressing too slowly. Why don't you play on normal?" Blah, 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 blah. I was like, well, it's the way he wants to play the game. It's like people complaining about, "Oh, why aren't you using Courseplay for doing this? Because it's so monotonous." I'm just like, well, it's how I play the game. Ignore the fact that Courseplay doesn't work on most of the maps that I play. It's just how I play the game. I kind of like the relaxing nature of the monotonous work. Especially if I'm commenting over it. You play on medium because I used to always play on easy, dude. All through 2013 I played on easy, and I just bumped it up to hard for 2015. And now it's like I can't play on any difficulty other than hard because everything just seems a bit OP. I think half the fun of the game is doing it yourself. I mean, if you saw the big farm, you've seen my struggles with Courseplay. It's something that you need to like constantly use to stay on top of, and I hadn't used it in months. So I mean, you do get rusty with certain things, and courseplay is one of the things you can get very rusty at very quickly. Whereas manual work on farm sim is quite easy. I'm sure there's going to be people out there saying, "Oh, well, you use GPS mod. That's cheating." No, it's not. It's have to do the work manually. I just use GPS to make sure it's done right. And I actually do use courseplay. I just remembered, I do use courseplay. And I think the best thing to use courseplay for is getting tram lines done. If you want to do the majority of the work yourself, just get courseplay to do free tram lines for you, because realistically you're not gonna have somebody go out into a field with subsoilers doing tram lines. In real life they're kind of laid down naturally by the equipment. You don't like doing the farming at night, so you just fast forward through the night. I'm much the same, but my reasoning behind fast forwarding through the night is because it's better for videos, better for YouTube. Because otherwise you guys essentially get to see a black screen for most of the time. And it's super dark because YouTube demolishes video quality. So I mean, I actually do like doing nighttime farming. The issue is that it is not particularly good for YouTube. The way I see it, there's work needs to be done, it can be done. Doesn't matter how bright the game is. Yeah, that's the thing, is you can do it yourself if you really want to, but if you're doing YouTube videos, you just don't do it. It's not a thing you do. And that kind of irritates me. It irritates me just a small bit, because I really do enjoy working at night. I think the way the lights play on the ground at night in Farm Sim is really nice. But YouTube just means that I can't. And to be fair to that German dude, he was probably using a Darker Night mod as well. Because a lot of people enjoy the Darker Night mod. Again, that's great for personal use. For YouTube, it's actually a worst case scenario. Because what you're doing is you're throwing more darkness into the YouTube mixer, and it's just going to give you a lovely black screen of absolutely nothing happening. You get the Darker Night mod too. I would get it, but there's no point. There's no point in me having it at all, because, like, what am I gonna do? Play by myself and just be like, hey, it's darker. It doesn't matter because nobody on YouTube can see this. Hooray! You know, there's no point in a YouTuber getting the Darker Night mod. It's great for like screwing about with and personal use, but if you want to make YouTube videos, Darker Night mod is actually a worst case scenario. Because the last thing you want to do is to make your videos actually darker than they need to be. Because YouTube's going to do that for you. Is it free to play FS15 online? Yeah. I mean, you can hop into literally any game that isn't passworded for free. So, providing you own the game. If you've pirated FS15, and I'm not encouraging you to do that, but if you've pirated FS15, you cannot play multiplayer. It's kind of a DRM thing with Giants, which is fine. I mean, that's perfectly fine. I'm not going to complain about it. But if you own the game legally, say if you bought it off Steam or Giants, yeah, completely free to go online. It's also completely free to host your own server. You know, as I said, host your own server. There is server software available. That's for a dedicated server. That's if you want to have a 24/7 server up. You got Steam like me, so yeah. Fun little story. When I was doing a collab with Dr. V and a Shadowbox, Dr. Vesuvius, and a Shadowbox's FSX, I accidentally entered the wrong password for their server. Turns out if you enter the wrong password for a server, it crashes the game. I discovered that the hard way. So if you are joining a server, try and get the password right first time or the game will actually crash. What I'm doing right now is I'm just kind of fixing up this gravel area so that it's a bit neater. People do tend to get on reasonably well in FS15 MP, yeah. The issue comes when you get griefers into the servers. That's when problems start. Whoops. Spike Waste, this I too. The issue with Farm Sim is A lot of the servers you see are community-based servers, so they'll have their own running jokes and whatnot. And usually the mods are... I'm not saying all servers are like this, by the way. There are a lot of servers where you can go on and have a lot of fun really quickly. But the servers you want to go on are YouTubers servers. And community-based servers, because they tend to be more well moderated by the admins. Gonna do something I haven't done in a while, and oh, cut that off there then. Actually form the edge of the roads here. Or the edges of the fields to the edges of the roads. That's a near instant improvement in that section there. Just do a couple of pops here and join them up. Your mic works, you just need to find out. I don't think FarmSim actually has VoIP. FarmSim just has text chat, as far as I'm aware. A lot of the time when you see people talking VoIP, it's over TeamSpeak or Ventrilo or Discord or something like that. And if and when I do get a Deddy server up and running, I will be opening up the Discord for. I'll be opening up the Discord to everybody who wants to come on and chill out. I'll be pushing the Discord server a bit harder once I get the Deddy up, because that's going to be the place of choice for people to hang out. Especially during testing of the map. Is that legit screwed up, or is it just a trick of the angles and whatnot? I'd argue it's easier to play Farm Sim online than offline without addiction. Because is that a real thing going on there? Or still gonna bop it. I couldn't play any game for as long as you played Aces I Do, dude. Straight lined here. There we go. So you're getting an X52. I wouldn't mind having an X52 myself, actually. Although I'm quite happy with my cheapo joystick. There's no yaw controls. I mean, no yaw controls on a flight sim setting. I could, in theory, cheese it and try and rig up the G27 pedals to be yaw controls, I guess, if I really wanted to. See, the issue I have with any kind of flight stick that comes with pedals is that I already have a set of pedals and I don't want to be faffing about under my desk for 20 minutes a day, swapping between sets of pedals. It's kind of my positioning on flight sticks with pedals. Because I know, you know, flight sims are amazing and awesome. I just prefer driving sims and racing sims. And wow, I'm dark today. My webcam seems to be in a bit of a mood where it doesn't want to be let's see if I can brighten up my own webcam. Well, that's just... yeah, that's just screwed it up even more, hasn't it? Oh, it's because I turned on full dynamic range. That makes sense. Does my camera have a follow head option? Yes. The C920 does. I don't use it though. Because this is what happens when I use it. I'm thinking, I don't know if I can... What does that do? Nothing at all. Oh, it's a background color, okay. Yeah, it does nothing. I can't put myself in a little diamond like this. Hello. And give it a freaking huge border which makes me invisible. Whatever I did added a shadow on the back wall. Yeah, that was turning it on full dynamic range, because if I do this, it decides to try and get the light off my wardrobe. Whereas if I do this, it tries to get the light off my face. Which means that I look more human than this. So this looks more human. So that's all I did, Stu. Is I just changed. Essentially, I just changed what light source it was using. That seems to be better. If I had a green screen, what pick would I have on it? If I had a green screen, I wouldn't have the overlay. I'd just pop my head in the bottom corner. I'd do the same thing as literally every other person with a green screen who plays games does. Is I just chroma key it out and be a floating head. Also, I'd wear as much green as possible for the comedy of actual floating head and hands. Oh, okay, so what I do if I had a green screen is I would turn this scene, this one, into the Max Headroom thing. Also, maybe I'm too young to remember him. I've seen the Max Headroom incident, dude. I know who Max Headroom is. Catch the wave! Have you seen the Max Headroom incident, actually, Stu? Or do you know of it? Catch the wave. That I'm genuinely interested in that. Do you know what the Max Headroom incident even is? Because if not, you need to look at it. Oh, dude. Somebody, during a broadcast of Doctor Who in America, somebody managed to hijack the signal. And I'm kind of freaking myself out with this scene. Somebody managed to hijack the signal of the television station and started broadcasting. I don't know how many people are. They started broadcasting like a Max Headroom kind of weird funky thing, and it was just Max, this guy dressed as Max in a Max Headroom mask, which made it slightly creepier, who was just spouting absolute nonsense. It's wonderful and you need to look it up. let's continue on the. I am fixing this road here. Yeah, believe it or not, the orange sunglasses are actually helping me to do this. They're changing the contrast of stuff just enough that I can see a bit clearer, which is dumb as hell, but it works. If it's stupid and it works, it is no longer stupid. That is a relatively well-known saying, but it's true. You see the thumbnail and you're not watching it. Oh, it's amazing though. I'm guessing the thumbnail is from this banking bit. Because that's the only thing that somebody could say, oh, I see that thumbnail, I'm not watching that. It looks scary. That's kind of the intention of it. The intention was to be creepy Max Headroom. Oh, it's just a face. Yeah, that's the Max Headroom mask. I think. But trust me, it is worth watching because the guy is mental. And the best thing is nobody actually knows who did it. Nobody actually knows who carried out the Max Headroom incident. Swallow brave pills. Dude, it's not even that scary. It's creepy, yes, but it's not like legit scary. It's more funny than anything else, in my opinion. But then again, I got a pretty screwed up sense of humor, so it might be scary as all hell. There we go. It looks like a bad trip. Yeah, pretty much. They didn't. It's like a bad LSD trip. You know, I never even considered thinking of it like that. I just think it's funny as all hell. Which shows my sense of humor, Stu. It really shows my sense of humor. In all honesty, my sense of humor is actually worse than dead baby jokes. My brother has the other one. It's dirty. Before anybody says the Max Headroom incident was me, I am far too young to have carried that out. But it is freaking hilarious. I really like... Who do I want to be Taoiseach? Oldham or Senda Kenny? I don't want any of the party leaders to be Taoiseach. I really like this curve here that I've made. That is genuinely nice. These two fields here are nice as well. I really am liking the shape these have. In fact, keeping the sides of these edges straight makes these fields look a bit weirder in shape. And that's kind of the feel I was hoping for. Is like the fields aren't perfectly straight. They are going to be weird and wacky shapes. And having that curve is just going to add to that feel. What I am going to do is I'm actually going to straighten off this line down here. I'm going to use my usual trick of bring it out a bit further than I needed to. And just swoop down. Like that to get a nice angle going on. Nuts. When am I doing farmyards, sheds and stuff? Once I got all the roads in, Dylan. Actually, once I got all the roads in, I'll be making a work in progress topic in FSUK. Once the roads and hedges are in. Because then I'll be counting the map as probably about 50-60% done. Because despite what I had originally planned, this is now a work in progress for FS17. So I'm using as much kind of default stuff as I can. And if certain things need to be modified or edited or converted, I can do that. When all the roads are done, I will be left in a position where I've got nothing I can talk about for a week. Because I will be so very happy. Funny story and fun fact, the roads are my second longest ongoing project that I've actively been working on. Obviously the first is the map itself. Well, obviously the first is a YouTube channel actually. But the roads on this map I've been working on for like 6 months. And discounting like all the breaks that I was forced to take the end of last year, start of this year. I was more or less forced to take them, unfortunately. This is the longest ongoing project I've more or less ever done. Dylan, watch your language, please. Plus, by talking about him, you're playing into his hands. Because that's his entire strategy, is say dumb stuff, get people to talk. About him, and then, hey look, free publicity. And all publicity is good publicity. Don't get me wrong though, everything he says is absolute racist nonsense. But I've got to the point where I'm just sick and tired of hearing about him and talking about him, so I'm gonna do neither. Ooh, some canola there. No, there's not. You discovered MMA, yeah. I will admit MMA is much better than WWE physically, but in terms of like showbiz impressiveness, WWE wins. And Dylan, mods have that power. I have the power to do this to Stu. I can... Yeah. I can remove Stu's messages. He can't remove mine. See how? He's a mod. You don't have mod powers, Dylan, so you can't. Fun fact, Stu can't delete his own messages. I can delete his messages. I'm the only one who can delete the messages from mods. Mods can delete the messages from, we'll say you, Dylan. But I can delete anybody's messages. YouTube themselves have given Dylan or Stu the power to delete messages for some reason. But no, it's just because I gave him mod powers, he can do it. Yeah, that looks good. It should be texture layer 1. Yep. Was that how you found me? I was the only one live on FS15. Makes sense. Because I don't think anybody actually streams... Normally, nobody streams FS15 live. On YouTube, it's all Twitch. I know Silver TV does it occasionally. Well, I gave you mod powers. No, Dylan. I'm actually kind of happy with the amount of mods that I've got right now. I'm not looking to increase the numbers of moderators right now, so... Especially now with the bots in the channel, because the bots are... The bots are very helpful. To be honest... Stu is just here at the right time, because I needed an extra couple of mods due to an idiot spamming. I just needed to give somebody mod powers super quick. Stu is here at the right time and he did a good job, so he got to keep the mod powers. You don't like Daggerman? He's really Marmitey with me. He is really Marmitey. I mean, it's like, some days I'll watch him and I'm like, oh, that's a really good idea. Or, oh, that's a really cool thing he just did. And I'll be like, yeah, Daggerman's really good. And then some days I'll just be like, well, why is he even... Like, what is the reasoning behind this? And I respect him. I respect every YouTuber there is. I just don't like his videos or his style of doing things. He's a respectable guy. He knows what he's doing, and he's doing it well. It's just that sometimes you can't help but think, well, why? You know, why are so many people going for him and not for me? And you know what? You know, it just shows you the random nature of YouTube that he and I do very similar things. And he just got the rub of the green with YouTube. You know, in real life, I probably want to be friends with Daggerman. Stocko is good. The issue is, and this is literally the only person that he's one of the few people that I don't have an awful lot of respect for. He just ups and disappears without warning for months. I get that he's got a real life, everybody does, but He just doesn't seem to care all that much about his subscribers. That he is willing to just up and disappear from YouTube for months and not give any updates. Or any reasoning behind it. It's just like, hey, I'm back. Oh, I'm gone. Hey, I'm back. Oh, I'm gone. Watched Daggerman play, tasted and I go, I watched a bit of it and I was just kind of irritated at the quality of mods he decided on. Like, I started watching the video and then I saw he'd McCormick that was monolithically red, and I was just like, if this is the kind of mod that he's going to be promoting, I'm not gonna... He's got a lot more subs than me, yeah, but he and I have a very similar style playing. That's the thing, is like, it just shows how YouTube is random with the rub of the green. And like, Daggerman's got so many subs because he doesn't talk about politics, because he doesn't do so many things that I try to do. And because he's English as well. English people tend to get more subs just because of the accent, I think. I'm not saying YouTube is a discriminatory scumbag, or, you know, I'm not calling anybody out on this. I just think there's almost a correlation between accents and number of subscribers. Like, Americans will get the most, and then you'll get the English, and then the guys with weird accents, probably like me. So, you know, even though I don't think my accent is that weird. It's funny, yeah, just, I don't get it. I don't get the whole, oh, this guy's on YouTube, he's amazing, he's so big, oh my god, he's a YouTuber. It's like, why? If and when I do multiplayer, I want you guys to be like, dude, what the hell are you doing? You know, I want you guys to start trolling me in multiplayer. I don't mind it. As long as it's somebody who's like in the stream a lot or that I know that's trolling me. I don't mind being trolled. I don't mind people screwing about with me. I absolutely hate the ass kissing that goes on in Daggerwin's videos. Like every big YouTuber's ones. It's like I'll be honest, I'm a big fan of Dirt Ebbers. Really enjoy his videos. I had a back and forth tweet conversation with him a couple of years ago and I was like, I really don't like EA, and we had a back and forth over our thoughts on different games companies, and I wasn't ass kissy. I genuinely just had a short debate with the guy. It's just like, you're a human, I'm human, let's talk this through. I don't like this. I said, blah 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 blah, reasons. I think it was during the Nintendo thing, when they'd started doing the whole YouTubers need to give us all of their money because we made the games and we are desperate for money because the Wii U is failing so horribly as a console. It's a financial failure. Hey Faye. But I don't get the butt kissers. I think I saw their videos too, yeah. But it's like, if and when I do multiplayer, I'll be like, okay, I need one person. First person I see in chat will do it. Fahy, do you want me to start messaging you on Steam when I'm starting a stream? Because you're an hour and a half late. Mind you, I'll probably forget to send messages on Steam. And Irish isn't in the stream, despite tweeting at me yesterday wondering when the next one was. I said today, he's not here. I got a bad memory, but when I gotta be honest, Irish is bordering on the ass kissy style, but I don't mind it because he's new, and he wants. I get the new people want to try and make a good impression. He's new and he seems pretty young, so that's fine. But it's like the style that. Want to hear a joke? Dylan, it better not be dirty. If it's dirty, you're getting timed out, and I'll be doing the. I'll be the judge of it. Realism is key. Oh God, has he put that? Has he made that a real? Has Daggerwin tried to make that a thing? Because his version of realism is as far detached as realism as it gets. The guy that asked for my address, yeah, that was kind of weird. But Daggerwin's version of realism is about as far as you can get from it. Good lord. Have you seen his video today? It's like, oh, realism is key, so I'm gonna use this monolithic red disaster of a mod because that's realistic. And I just sat there like, he has mentioned that comment. Oh God. Oh dude, Dagger, no, you do not play realistically. He used to, and that's what irritates me, is like, when he was on Cold Brew, he did play realistically, and he's just getting more and more detached from it, and it saddens me. It really does, because I used to really enjoy his videos. But now it's a case of, realism is key, lol. I'm now going to do something completely unrealistic, because YouTube, ha 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 ha. You've ruined yourself, Dagger. If the UK leave the EU, England can't play in Euro 26. I don't see how that works. I don't get the joke, Dylan. Because there's a lot of Asian countries in the Euros. But that's the only exception I'll make, Fahy, is like at the start of a series is going, okay, well I need some stuff to start off with, so I'm going to start off with like a couple of tractors and a combine. However, 6 tractors is not realistic on a farm of that bloody size. If I'm going to have 2 tractors under 200 horsepower on Colborough, then, you know, that's a lot more realistic than 6 tractors on a Taste of Donegal, which, let's face it, is a damn small map. Hell, one of the tractors I only bought because I realised, oh, I don't have enough horsepower to do damn near anything. If I had a choice, I'd just have the small Massey, which I get people don't like because of the funky nose on it, but I really enjoy it. I actually really like the funky nose on the Massey that I'm using on Colborough. Which, by the way, will be back tomorrow. Just for those of you coming into the stream late or after fast forwarding the VOD to near the end to see what the hell has been done. Because I will admit, I'm one of these people who will fast forward, who will just like skip through videos if they're super long to see what's happening and what's going on. But yeah, Dagger's version of realism is a bit detached. I'm guessing that his like the whole, oh, play realistically is like, ignore the fact that I've got 17 tractors on this map and 3 combines and, you know, all of this massive equipment that you'd never have on a farm of this size. I'm playing realistically. As in, I'm driving realistically. As in, 90% of what I'm doing is completely unrealistic. But hey, I can claim it because realistic driving. And I'm fairly sure there's going to be a Daggerwin fanboy in here eventually, just being like, what are you talking about Daggerwin for? He's so much bigger than you, so much better than you, look at how many more subs than you, yes, whine, I don't care. Subs on YouTube are just a measure of success. Not a measure of skill. Or how good a YouTuber is. I'd have thought people would have gathered that from, you know, PewDiePie. He is very skillful at what he does, I'll be honest. But he's very successful, but he's not very... Yeah, he's not better than anybody else on YouTube. He's just more successful. There's no, like, measure of how good somebody is. how good of a video producer they are, or whatever. And to the Daggerman fanboys, I would just say, just want to say, I do live streams because I want to interact with people. Daggerman doesn't, because, well, he's... Yeah, 6 tractors and a big combine is a bit excessive. The combine I brought in on Cobra, the Lexion 580, the only reason I did that was because of the disaster on Nuston with the tiny harvester that took me 8 hours to harvest a damn field. You're running like a minute behind. That's fine. The only reason I have the Lexion 580 on Cobra is because I kind of knew that starting off super small would be a bit excessive on Cobra. Plus, it's the kind of map that actually suits slightly bigger equipment. I might go to the 600 eventually, but that's about it. You get a 600 and the Lambo. You know, I'm not a big fan of that Lambo tractor. It's just there for the sake of having Lamborghini in the game. I'm a much bigger fan of the Massey's and New Hollands. They actually have legitimate uses. The Lamborghini isn't particularly a good tractor. It's overpriced for the power band anyway. That's just my opinion on it. And you know I'm a very opinionated person, so you know I'm gonna have an opinion on damn near everything. I think I'm gonna end the stream about here. There's not much else I can really do. Today, without like spending another 2 hours doing this. I don't want to have something half done at the end of the stream. So we'll be back in 3 minutes. Well, I'm finishing up to I think I'm gonna call it for today. Wow, it's bright without the sunglasses on. I forgot about that thing. Ooh. So, some quick reminders for those of you who showed up to the stream late or missed the start when I was talking about this before. This is kind of a really quick channel update kind of thing. Things are going back to normal tomorrow. We'll have American Truck Simulator and Cobra Park for Harm video. That'll be tomorrow. So all the schedule is going back to normal starting, well, today technically, because I was supposed to be on Duneske today. There are a couple of semi-enforced breaks coming up on the channel. April 15th, which is a Friday, there will be no Project Hell. That's because I literally will not have electricity that day. The power company sent us a note in the post saying, yeah, you're not going to have electricity from 9 to 5 on the 15th. And I'm not going to do a 2-hour Project Hell stream. I want to do the full 4. So I'm just not going to stream that day. April 16th is my sister's birthday, so I may or may not be streaming that day. That all comes down to what happens on the day. April 18th, it's all clustered. You probably noticed this by now. April 18th starts the week that I have literally no idea what's going to happen. I've been summoned for jury duty, and that usually takes a week. I could be rejected by the defence or the prosecution on the first day, at about lunchtime first day. So that entire week I may stream, I may not. You will have to follow me on Twitter to find out, at Rainbow_Dave. I will be tweeting like as soon as I'm allowed to about whether or not I'm, or whatever updates I can, essentially. Hopefully the first tweet will be, I have been rejected for jury duty, and either way I get 3 years where I don't have to, well, I will not have to do it. So yeah, that's pretty much everything for the stream. Thank you all very much. Your internet's playing up. You better wear the hat and court. No, I'll have normal hair and I'll actually trim my beard for court and all that. So thank you all very much for watching. I will see you tomorrow with ATS, and just as kind of proof that it has actually been sitting here, the trucking hat, which the light is not catching very well. The trucking hat is here. I'll see you tomorrow when I'll be wearing that. Until then, stay safe and goodbye. We'll be finishing up in 5 minutes.